The Senate has dropped controversial nominee Lauretta Onochie and suspended Professor Sani Mohammed Adam as commissioners of the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC. Presenting the report of the committee before the Red Chamber Tuesday, Chairman of the Committee on INEC, Senator Kabiru Gaya, said the 7 nominees had appeared before the committee, but Lauretta Onochie and Professor Mohammed have loads of petitions against their nomination for the INEC post. But what, however, worked against Ms. Onochie is the federal character principles, as already, like her, there is a commissioner in INEC from Delta State. This prompted the committee's recommendation to omit her. The Senate subsequently confirmed 5 of the nominees: Professor Mohammed Sani, Professor Kunle Ajayi, Dr. Balabila, Professor Abdullahi Zira, and Seidu Babura Ahmed. Now, in the midst of all the opposition and all the rubber stamp that we've labeled the Senate, this is a positive note. You would agree?
Yes, it is. But like I said, shockingly again, knowing the antecedent of Onochie, one would not even expected the Secretary of Government in the first instance to have nominated and sent her name to the National Assembly to be appointed as an INEC commissioner. The Electoral Act is very, very clear. The Constitution is very, very clear that anybody who has any affiliations with any of these political parties, who is a card-carrying member of any of the political parties, is not eligible to serve as INEC commissioner. Not even you cannot even serve as a staff in INEC or not very clerk in INEC once you're a card-carrying member of any of the political parties. The law finds as it that you should be a staff of INEC because it could be that you might do your position one way or the other.
Because of bias?
Yeah, bias, so exactly. And all that. So it is the smarts of the impunity. And I don't care to what would they do or front it in their face. That the presidency is being repeated for since 2011. That is the reason why they went ahead to start submitting that kind of nomination. We saw Onochie campaigning for Mr. President all over the Southeast, all over the place. She went to court and swore to an affidavit when she had this issue with Atiku Abubakar, in which Atiku Abubakar sued her for libel or defamation, and then she deposed to some affidavit that she's a member of APC and all that and all that and all that. Furthermore, we have seen several places where she a photograph of her wearing APC Ankara dress with APC and Mr. President's picture emblazoned on those clothes. Furthermore, she is being an appointee of the presidency, abusing everybody on social media, anybody who says anything or criticizes the government and what have you. Why do you not take the name of that kind of a person to the National Assembly and recommend her as INEC commissioner? If the presidency were to be sensitive to the law of the land and then respect the feelings of the average Nigerian person. Furthermore, and more importantly, I am not comfortable with the decision that the National Assembly had said was responsible for rejecting her nomination. No, they are merely being escapists. They are merely being escapists. The truth of the matter is that what weighs more against Onochie is a membership of INEC and not the federal character principle that they are talking about. But they just want to be, being diplomatic. They don't want to be seen to be opposing
the president's nomination.
Exactly. The one that everybody wants to be in the good book of Mr. President. That's why they cunningly and tactically and diplomatically said yes, because there is somebody already from Delta State. Okay. Then you can't be. And we are saying that if you are in government, for God's sake, there is already a trust deficit between the Nigerian people and the people who are ruling us. These are some of the little things that worsens it.
Okay, Barrister, do you agree with him on the federal character aspect? Because interestingly, this government has been bamboozled for not following federal character. But at this instance, they are following federal character. We should be a plus for them.
As far as I'm concerned, it's not a plus. The truth of the matter is that, forget about what the Senate said, but the truth of the matter is that Onochie was rejected because he's an APC member, a card-carrying member of APC. And the Electoral Act and Constitution is very clear on this, that such a person cannot be a member of the commission, not even a staff of the commission, because they want the electoral body to be as independent, neutral as possible. So what they told us on the face of it would be that it was on federal character basis that somebody from her area was already there. But that's not the truth. The real truth of the matter is because of the pressure, the protest, the petitions against her as a card-carrying member of the APC.
They also added petitions to anyway.
Yes,
that, because of the numerous petitions against her, Professor Sani Mohammed Adams.
Well, that of Sani, I'm not quite sure what petition.
That's by the way.
That issues where she was lecturing in the university. Okay. I think there's an issue of maybe sexual harassment or thereabout.
I'm not quite sure of that.
We don't know. There were allegations from the university where she was teaching before.
Probably part of the petition.
And then the university sacked her. The university sacked him. And then he went to court. He lost the case in court. And then he filed an appeal. He won in the court of appeal. And the matter is now before the Supreme Court.
So something is still pending.
And it's still pending, which is not in favor of him.
But should the lawmakers, should they have even admitted him in the first place for hearing and swearing of oath?
No, they should have.
Okay.
You must, under our law, under the principle of fair hearing, and all the ultra partem or what have you, you must listen to the other, let him come and say what offense he has for all the petitions that have been put, reaching to the National Assembly. It is by so doing that the National Assembly will be able to make an informed decision. So there's nothing wrong in inviting him to come in there and then speak to them, defend whatever allegations are pending. There's nothing wrong.
Well, perhaps the National Assembly is not so much of a rubber stamp as we've made them to. At least they got this right. The people cried out and they listened to the people and decided to. That's my own take on it anyway. If you're just tuning in, this is Democracy and the Rule of Law. Time for us to go for a break. We'll be right back.